Orchestral tools and native instruments are proud to present ARKHIS, an instrument for modern cinematic scoring. ARKHIS is designed to give you expressive control over multiple layers of sound. This is especially useful when you're scoring to picture in real time. For this collection, we selected the most eclectic and evocative sample material from the vast catalog of the Orchestral Tools library, recorded a whole set of new and exclusive instruments, and made them a new home in ARKHIS. You have 3 stacking layers available. They're like containers. You can fill these layers with any of the over 160 multi-sampled sound sources. And then you hit a key and use your dynamic controller, the mod wheel in most cases, to dial the layers in. Start down with just the first layer and gradually add the second and the third by pushing it upwards. That layer blending is also indicated by the clockwise turning cycle object in the middle of the interface. You get a number of detail controls for adjusting the sound of the individual layers independently of each other. You can adjust volume and pitch with the sliders below the drop-down menu boxes, and you also get individual effects and envelope controls. There's also a master AHDSR curve that can be adjusted by clicking on the button at the top center of the instrument. One important and very useful feature of ARKHIS is the master parallel effects chain. Click on the FX button at the top center of the interface to access its settings. You'll find a vast selection of processing tools and effects to alter the sound. The special twist with this feature, however, is the other half-circle slider in the middle of the interface. This one controls how much of the master effect chain is applied to your signal. Of course, you can assign this slider to any of your MIDI controllers. Simply click with the right mouse button on that circle strip and then move your desired controller. It's this easy and expressive physical control over the sound that makes ARKHIS special. You can also activate a master LFO by clicking on either or both of the FX and layer buttons within the circle. This applies the LFO to both of these controllers and will modulate them relative to the position you set them at the current time. If you click on the little stopwatch, you can adjust the timing and intensity of the LFO. To make sure ARKHIS runs smoothly, even on older machines or mobile systems, we put a button on the interface to deactivate the UI animations. If you press that, everything will still work and sound the same as before, but the movements of the sliders are not displayed anymore. The interface and features of ARKHIS are designed to be very accessible and easy to use, but the real power of this instrument comes from its exceptional sound sources. Let's take a look at them. As you can see, there are multiple categories of instruments. Within these categories, you'll find the individual multi-sampled soundscapes we recorded. These sounds offer an alternative way to explore ARKHIS. Start out from here and get inspired. In all our experience so far, we haven't been able to create any combination of sounds that didn't sound good or interesting in some way. So for this example, I've picked a rather random selection of 3 sounds to play with. To get you started, we also created a vast amount of presets. These presets are also organized into different categories. Let's have a listen to some of them. The presets from the pads and textures category are great for your cinematic soundscapes. ARKHIS offers wonderful acoustic orchestral colors here that you'll not hear anywhere else. Atmospheric and moody underscores are easy to realize with ARKHIS, but if you need some material for transitions or want to go to a faster, more rhythmic pacing with your music, try the patches from the swells, motions, or stutters category. They range from subtle movements to total orchestral chaos. Patches from the sparkles category can be the icing on your cinematic textures, but also provide rhythmic interest, transitions, or accents. And finally, if you need some low end, check out the subcategory. Here, you get some wonderful bass and sub-bass sounds from very soft to quite growling and gnarly. They can also be interesting played in their higher registers. All sound sources in ARKHIS share the same large range on the keyboard. So to summarize, ARKHIS will help you create lively cinematic soundscapes for almost any style and mood quickly, easily, and with real-time expressive control. Dive into waves of sound that will inspire you right away. We hope you enjoyed this walkthrough video.